I asked the ancestors to tell me what does 3IATLAS look like, and they told me to get this deck of cards, and it's two different decks mixed together. And these are the cards that came out, and it's this blue Pleiadian activation card that they're telling me is what 3IATLAS actually looks like on the outside. And it feels like a star. It's a star, okay? It's a starship. And it's a different kind of a starship. It's nothing really like we've seen on television. It looks like a comet on the outside, and I sense that's because of the environment and the atmosphere that it's in. It has to be structured that way, but it's also a star. And stars are not what we think they are either. Stars are people. And it's a different form of people, okay? And our ancestors understood this very clearly. I'm also getting that it's the Star of Bethlehem as well. And I'm picking that up really strongly with this Hathor light code. With the Hathor light code card, I'm picking up that the ancestors can teleport to this starship, and they can go and come. It's interesting. It's just like Star Trek in the sense that they're sailing through the galaxy. They have these technologies where they can light beam themselves onto the starship, and they can light beam themselves off of the starship. Before I pulled the cards, I asked the ancestors what was 3IATLAS, and they said it's a stargate. And I said, how can a starship be a stargate? And then I heard the word crystals. And the ancestors have shown me how spaceships use magnets for propulsion, to move, for energy. And starships, they use crystals. These crystals have teleportation capabilities as well. So you can use these crystals to transport yourself from one dimension to another, or from one location to another, is what they're showing me. It's a higher technology. I'm also picking up that the ancestors that are associated with this starship are creator beings. This Hathor light code card really conveys that level of being. These are beings that were involved in creating the actual universe itself. This is a very high, advanced, ancestral being associated with this 3IATLAS starship. This Seraphim gateway is also very telling, because I'm picking up that this is the stargate to the angelic realm. So 3IATLAS is associated with our ancestors that are even above the angels. So these are not aliens like you think on television. This is a different level of extraterrestrial than what we're thinking of. When we think about God and we think about the Most High and angels, we're talking about extraterrestrials. You have to grasp that part of it. These are non-earthly beings, much higher beings from the stellar realms, above the stellar realms, in another universe altogether. It's a light universe. So when you go through this Seraphim gateway, you actually enter into that light universe. And that light universe is also connected to our universe. So we're in a black hole. We're in a dark universe. And our dark universe is connected to a light universe. And they intertwine with one another. Like you see in the yin-yang symbol. If the yin-yang symbol was pulled apart, it would look like a sphere, like a tube. And it's twisted into a infinity symbol. And it's hard to imagine the way that you see it because it's just a flat, one-dimensional image that you're seeing. But it's actually an infinity symbol, because when you exit out of the dark universe, you come through a white hole and you enter into the light universe. And this is what I'm picking up from this Seraphim gateway. 3IATLAS is helping us to connect to this Seraphim gateway, which is the way back home, the way back to the light universe. The ancestors say that this dark universe is an anomaly and a phenomenon. And there's a lot that we need to comprehend about that, and that's why this third eye activation is here. That's why it's called 3IATLAS as well. And then this enlightenment card is here as well. So when I was talking about the Star of Bethlehem, what the ancestors were showing me is that that story is connected to the movement of this particular starship that we're talking about is 3IATLAS, and it comes into our solar system at this particular time of the year. And it is associated with Christmas. It's associated with the birth of Christ. And now it's time for Christ to be birthed into us. And that's why it's showing up here and now. And that's why the third eye activation is so prominent, because the opening of the third eye is the awakening of the spiritual self. And the connection to the divine and to the higher realm, and then access to this angelic gateway, which essentially is us getting our wings, us becoming angels again, us returning back home, us remembering who we truly are as angelic earth angels. Integration as well is very prominent in the reading, because this is what the ancestors want us to get from the passing of 3IATLAS, is to integrate this knowledge, to activate our third eye, to activate our angelic presence, and come into our sovereignty with this sovereignty card here.